listen to sad music when you're depressed, or do you listen to happy music?
Jason, the only way you can find yourself in the light is to find yourself in the dark first.
Right.
I listen to music that is very telling of my mood, yes.
I go to like sad country songs.
Yeah, I just listen to Taylor's music. She has something for everything.
That's fair. That's a good point. No matter what mood, you can find some Taylor music.
Yeah, and How the Eagles Broke My Heart.
Yeah, no matter how bad I'm feeling, there's a country guy that's singing about it and feeling way worse than me. And that gives me joy a lot of the times.
Nice.
Taylor Swift sits comfortably in a leather chair in Travis Kelce's recording studio, a big smile on her face as she takes the microphone in front of her. This is her first appearance on New Heights, the podcast co-hosted by Travis and his brother, Jason Kelce. "I've been waiting for this for a long time," Taylor begins excitedly, her eyes sparkling as she looks over at Travis, who is laughing happily beside her. "I've been listening to this podcast for a long time, but I never thought I'd be an official guest. This feels really cool." Travis chuckles, shaking his head proudly. "I didn't think I'd get Taylor Swift on my podcast either. It feels like, I just scored a touchdown." Jason jumps in with his signature sarcasm. "I was wondering if Taylor would be up for answering some funny questions." Taylor raises an eyebrow and laughs. "Oh, cool. I guess that's a challenge for me." The conversation flows naturally, touching on Taylor's life, career, and her experiences cheering for Travis at his games. She shares how stepping into the world of sports has been a new but exciting experience. "When I attended those games, I realized there are a lot of similarities between a concert and a football game. They're both emotional moments where everyone is united by a common passion," she says enthusiastically. Travis looks at her proudly. "I like the way you see football, and I'm learning a lot about music from you too." Then, Jason goes straight to the point with a bold question. "Hey, Travis, have you thought about getting down on one knee?" Travis bursts out laughing, while Taylor, sitting beside him, simply smiles softly, unable to hide her happiness. She looks at her boyfriend, as if waiting for his response. Shrugging, Travis playfully puts a hand on his chin, pretending to think. "Dude, are you trying to trap me? Is this a sports podcast or a dating show?" The room erupts in laughter, but no one can deny the sweet love between Travis and Taylor. Jason, not ready to let it go, presses on, keeping the playful banter alive. "Someone to be the groomsman. My kids are always ready for the job." Taylor covered her mouth and laughed while Travis just shook his head, but his eyes were filled with joy. Although no definite answer was given, the moment gave fans more confidence that their big day might not be far away. The chat was filled with laughter, comfort, and interesting stories from both. At the end, Taylor did not forget to thank. "This is definitely one of my favorite podcast appearances. Thank you for giving me a great experience," Travis winked playfully. "Does that mean you'll come back again?" Taylor smiled brightly. "Absolutely," Jason shouted. "What you guys are witnesses. See you next time." "Thanks, Andy." Reed praised Taylor Swift for handling the effects of her relationship with Travis Kelce since making their relationship public in September of 2023. Swift and Kelce have been constantly in the limelight and grabbing headlines. However, not all the publicity on their romance has, and Good as the Pop Star became a target for fans supporting Kelce rivals. The latest example came in the Super Bowl, when Swift got mercilessly booed by Eagles fans while featured on the Jumbotron, speaking to NBC's Mike Florio and Chris Sims. Reed raved about Swift's attitude toward the backlash. "She's a good girl. She handles that whole thing the right way. That's a tough deal," Reed said of Swift, "but she does a great job of handling it." "Kelce, I think, does a great job of handling it." Reed also praised Swift and noted how her fellow WS have all gone through the same situation. She's part of the team. Like the other girlfriends and wives, Reed added, "They're part of it. That's all part of the process." Despite what some fans think, Swift's presence at Chiefs Games has proven beneficial to the team and the league. A recent report stated that Swift generated $992,361,900 for the NFL. In less than 2 years, the hitmaker has been to 22 games since dating the tight end. As a result, Swift's cult-like fan base flooded into the NFL's viewership and attendance. Hoping to get a glimpse of their idol in a statement, the NFL's Senior Vice President for Social Influencer and Content Marketing, Ian Trombetta, said the league's social media consumption saw a spike among women aged 13 to 24. Swift was most recently seen at the VIP suite at Caesars Superdome in New Orleans for the Super Bowl showdown between Kansas City and Philadelphia. The Kansas City Chiefs anticipate that Travis Kelce, the future Hall of Fame tight end, will play next season. General Manager Brett Veach said Tuesday, "We're just operating." As if he's here, V said of Kelce at the NFL Scouting Combine, he had a good conversation with Coach Andy Reid at the end of the year, and his intention is to finish out this contract. We're just focused on our off-season plan. He's here, and we're excited and looking forward to having him back. If Kelce 35 indeed stays with the team, the Chiefs' 2025 season could be the last of his illustrious career. Kelce's contract, which runs through next season, includes an $11.5 million roster bonus due March 15th. According to Over the Cap NFL free agency, begin March 10th when Kelce signed his 2-year deal last year, making him the league's highest-paid tight end. It was the first indication that he could retire after the 2025 season. Kelce has had one of the best careers for a tight end in NFL history. He is third all-time in career receptions, 1,4, and receiving yards, 12, 51, and fifth all-time in career receiving touchdowns. 77 quarterback Patrick Mahomes and Kelce have connected on 17 postseason touchdowns, the most by any duo in NFL history. 2 days after the Chiefs' blowout loss to the Philadelphia Eagles in Super Bowl 59, Kelce revealed on the New Heights podcast, which he co-hosts with his brother and former Eagle center Jason Kelce, that he was contemplating retirement. The reason he shared the information was in part because Kelce, since 2018, has played in 21 playoff games more than a full season's worth of additional games, as a core essential member of the Chiefs dynasty, which includes 5 trips to the Super Bowl and 3 victories. That process can be grueling. Kelce said, "It can weigh on you. It can make you better, and it could drive you crazy at the same time." Right now, it's one of those things where it was kind of driving me crazy this year, and I think that it happens as you tail off toward the back 9 of your career, as Cy Van Pelt would say, as you see yourself or not feel that you have the success that you once used to have, man. It's a tough pill to swallow. And then on top of that, to not be there in the biggest moments, knowing your team's counting on you. Man, those are all extremely hard things too. It's just a tough reality, I think. I'm going to take some time to figure it out. And I think I owe it to my teammates that if I do come back, that it's going to be something that is a wholehearted decision. I'm not half-assing it, and I'm fully here for them. I think I could play. It's just whether or not I'm as motivated, or it's the best decision for me as a man, as a human, as a person, to take on all that responsibility. Kelce finished Super Bowl 59 with just 4 receptions on 6 targets for 39 yards. The game was the first time in his career that he was held without a reception. In the first half of a postseason game, Kelce also passed Hall of Fame receiver Jerry Rice for most career Super Bowl receptions. However, Mahomes never got in rhythm against the Eagles. The Philadelphia defense dominated the line of scrimmage, exploiting the Chiefs' biggest weakness, their offensive line. The Eagles' 4-man pass rush generated 16 pressures and sacked Mahomes 6 times the most in his career. Reid, as he did with each player, held an exit interview with Kelce at the team's training facility. 2 days after the Super Bowl, Reid's advice to Kelce was simple at this: